Hello? Were you waiting here the whole time? Can you hear me? Can you type something so I know you're here? Transmission. Really? Okay, it says that there's no bad transmission right now. But I can't see any chat. Poor transmission. Oh. Bella! Hi! Were you in here earlier? I had to hang up because of... Oh! So stupid! The bad transmission is what I'm talking about. Unstable. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Okay. Hello, I'm back. More and more joining. This is a little private chat between us. As it says, there's not a lot of people in here. It says the transmission is unstable. So how does it look for you guys? I'm trying to walk towards a better transmission area. What I did was I turned you off. Yes, they do. They do cause me to flinch every time. I just don't know if you guys can hear me and see me very well right now. I'm walking towards better transmission, so it should get better and better. But I had to turn you off so that I could go and do a video through the beautiful botanical gardens. Beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Coming in clear, good. So for those of you who I had to hang up with you, I'm gonna post a video of my favorite parts of the walkthrough. Good. So I can and see how you're doing and catch up with you guys. Do you have any questions for me? Do you have anything that came up that you want to share with me? I'd love to hear it. I've taken this last week to just kind of work hard at editing, work hard at going through all my videos and time stamping all the important moments, bit by bit, and putting them into different folders for all different reasons. So that's what I've been up to, and helping on the back end also. But I will be back out. I will be back out, feet on the ground. Who knows when? I never know when. That's why I don't usually make a statement of I'm gonna quit, or I'm never gonna quit, or I'm going to go out tonight, or I'm not going out tonight. I don't do that because who knows, just before it happens, something comes up and then it looks like you don't follow through on what you say. I really try to commit myself. I commit myself, whether I succeed or not, to really following through when I say I'm going to do something. So the way I feel good about saying it is just I only say it if I am going to. So if I'm not sure, I'll just say no commitments, or no promises, but I'll try or whatever, Worker bee. Yep. Thank you, guys. Greetings from Wisconsin. Hi, Sharon. What city that is? Oh, I'm in South Orange County. Lost my underwear in a paper shredder. Oh my gosh. Well, I don't know. Did Did the paper shredder survive that, Andrew? So, just taking you guys for a nice walk. I needed to get some exercise anyway. I've been out just like editing, which is like sitting at the computer nonstop, you know. Hi, Giselle. Is that Giselle? Hi. What else is up? What else is up with you guys? Did you like the barbecue music video?
Wait.
That was really fun. Let's see what questions. Greetings from Washington. I can't get any politician to commit to. Okay. Opening investigation. Oh. Yeah. So Joe, that's a tough one. My mom was talking about having ties to, like, talking to certain politicians she had a meeting with next week, and I'm like, can I get in on that meeting? I don't want to like do anything that'll influence, you know, when it's my mom's private meeting or whatever, but I want to get in there and like, can I come and ask a question? I've got one specific question, and can I film this, please? The video is dope. You liked it? Penny Jane, you know that's not true. That word, we don't use that word. We're independent. It's been really fun. It's missing some really important people in my heart weren't there, but you know, it's just like everyone can't come to every single thing. I mean, they can, as far as I'm concerned, but they can't necessarily for their schedule or whatever. Can I read your comment, please? Andrew, on this? Andrew, yes it did, but I don't have any underwear left now. So funny. All right, I heard you. So pushy. Not you, but the crosswalk. Is that the comment you meant, Andrew? Oh wow, Sojo and Giselle. Astral, how are you? Thank you for being here. Gosh, it's always a pleasure to see you come into my chat. I love you. Hi Dempsey. Hi, wait. Yeah, are you talking about the crosswalk? Gosh, it's a long crosswalk. I'm ready to go. Okay, good Andrew. I'm glad I caught what you wanted me to catch. So, it's a beautiful day. It's a lovely day today. So whatever you gotta do, you got a lovely day to do it in. That's true. And if you've got something you've got to do, I hope that it can be done by two. What's the next words? Thanks, Ronnie. Thanks for the reminder. It's not my fault. And actually, you guys know I'm usually hustle. I put that video because I thought it was during that moment, people were saying in my chat, Justice gave you a ticket, $5,000. Justice charged you $5,000. And I was like, what? What are you talking about? And it wasn't until later I looked back and I'm like, oh, that's so I put the video together. But usually, you guys see, I hustle. I'm a hustler. There was a mission of just like taking you for a walk and catching up with you. I haven't talked to you in a long time. I was gonna show you a really beautiful place in this neighborhood, but I kept losing service, so I had to hang up with the chat, and I did a video, and I'll post the video of the beautiful spot. Meanwhile, I'm just, touching base. I'm alive over here. Some people were messaging me like, you still alive over there? Yeah, I am. Just working kind of behind the scenes, and maybe I'll come to the forefront again. Maybe I'll, stay. Who knows? Well, I take every day as it comes. You like walks? Good, then. No, the video was funny. What should I do about it now? Andrew, looks like you need to go for a shopping trip to Costco or something. And get like a whole packet of more underwear. Is that a good suggestion? What time is it? Okay, got it. So, other things on I really completed a lot of the things on my list this week. A lot of the technical things. And this is not my wheelhouse. This is kind of funny. Oh, guys, I can talk about this. Today's Friday, right? Tomorrow I'm having an interview with the Nana boss. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. The Nona boss. Really looking forward to that. I'll post about it. I'll make a community thing about it for you guys to tune in. All right. Can I throw you my calories to burn off for me? Gosh, Amy, they'll be on the back burner because I've got enough calories of my own. Oh, thank you, Uma. I really appreciate that. I don't really feel it right now. I haven't really felt it lately, to be honest. I haven't felt it lately. Thank goodness you guys like me for things other than my looks, and things I've said before is like, if I was a model, I'd be being a model. So, but I appreciate the compliment. I have not been feeling it, to be honest. So Andrew, no more questions about my underwear. Respectfully, I think you're getting really close to that line, getting close to your tightrope walking on the line there. So maybe keep it on the correct side of the line for this chat. Thanks. What else, guys? Hi, Jody. You like the trucker hat? I was gonna put my name on it, my at. At first I was saying, I did it because I put like my ats on things because people were like, oh, what's your at? And it took so long for me to spell it every time. So MINDYWILLENS, and people still said it wrong. So I just kind of like put it on things. I like it. Do I have any Kleenex tissues? No. Is that another inappropriate reference, Andrew? What else, guys? What else? Oh, boxing. Really good question. When I've talked about how I feel in this way or that, a lot of my friends, especially ones who don't live in Hollywood, are like, that's because you live in Hollywood. Oh, obviously, I'd feel like that too if I lived in Hollywood. Where everyone makes their living at being beautiful. Like, they have to obsess over it. It's literally their livelihood is to obsess over it. Josiah's in here? Where? Oh, hey, Josiah. Nice to see you. How you doing? Just going on a little walk. Nothing important. Don't smash that like button. It doesn't matter if everyone sees this or not. The important times, I will say, smash that like button. Get the word out there. That's going to affect the algorithm. It doesn't matter, please. Save everyone the trouble of peeking in on what's going on in here right now. I'm not a marathon runner, no. In fact, yeah, thanks, Astral. So, what was I going to say? Running marathons. I had something to say about it. No Easter party for me. Gosh, what was I going to say about running marathons? I don't remember. I'm good, Josiah. Just been like working a lot behind the scenes and trying to help behind the scenes. I haven't gone live for a while, and so people were like, are you still alive? So I just thought I'd just hop on and do a little catch up, answer questions if people have questions, listen when people have like interesting things they want to share with everyone. Oh, hey, my life with tinnitus. Nice to see you. Just going for a little walk, trying to get some exercise too, because all that I've been doing is editing. So I'm like behind a computer nonstop, and it's not really a lot of movement to that. Yeah. A little living creature down there. What else? What else, guys? This is going to be a boring one, huh? You're feeling better? Good. Good. What else? La Poubelle, it kind of scared me. I guess I could share it with you. I'm not trying to make a statement or whatever. I'm just sharing with you guys. kind of scared me when that person was aggressively pursuing by car Cutsy, Solomon, and we in LA ever. You know, that from my perspective, you guys don't know my perspective on this, actually, and it was a big perspective. So I was just going to bed. That night, and I get a phone call from Solomon, and he is afraid. Mindy, there's this guy, he's following me. Like really, like heightened anxiety. And I was like, can you go into a restaurant? Can you go into a bar? Can you go? No, you can't go into a bar. You go into a restaurant. Can you go into a gas station is what I said. Later, when I talked to Cutsy, I said bar. But I mean, really, any open establishment and say some person is following me. And he's like, I'm almost at the train. So I stood on the phone with him. He said he called the police and they're not coming. And I stood on the phone with him all the way on the train, pretty much all the way home, until he said he wanted to hang up with me and call someone else to make sure that they knew that he was okay, because they knew that he was being pursued. So I stayed on the phone with him, and he's like, okay, I'm pretty much home now. I'm gonna hang up with you and call so and so. And so I was like, okay, good. Let me know when you're back, when you're safe. And then I just went to bed. I was like, okay, no problem. And then ring, ring. Not too much long later, Cutsy calls me. Mindy, someone's pursuing me, and they're aggressively following me with their car. Do you hear them? And they're yelling at him. They're yelling stuff at him, like really nasty stuff, like accusations about him being a predator against. I don't want to even say it. It's like really nasty stuff, and I was just like that to him. I was like, go into a bar, go into a restaurant, go into any open store, any gas station, go inside somewhere, call the police. And he's like, I called the police, they're not coming, they think it's a swatting call. And he's like, no place is open. By this time it was after midnight. No place is open. And he's like, I was like, can you walk them all the way to the police station? Can you get them to follow you all the way to the police station and just go into the police station? And he's like, it's too far. And he's like, I was like, can you get to the train? He's like, I'm worried they're gonna follow me to the train. They're following me. And then the phone dies, or the phone closes or ends, just turns off. So then I get into the lives, that everyone was at La Poubelle. A bunch of people were at La Poubelle, and I get into the lives, and the first people who I reach out to don't believe me, doubting the severity of the situation. I got into Zachary Ellison's live, and he believed me, and he left immediately, went to go help. And by the time he got there, Cutsy called me. He's like, I was able to get on the train, and that's why I lost service. The subway made me lose service, but I'm okay now. I'm home now. So I reached out to Zachary Ellison again, and I was like, hey, he's safe. He's doing just fine. You got there, and he's not there anymore, but thank you for going there. And he was like, no problem. And so he went back to the restaurant, and I get another call from Cutsy. He's like, I see in the lives at La Poubelle, there's the guy. The guy is there again. The guy's there again. And so I called again. I called Zach again. I got into his live. I didn't have his number. Wait,
they brought Ivy Glen.
Okay, so all right. So he let me into his live though, and I was like, the Cutsy's seeing in your live that the guy who's following him is there. And he's like hugging Aja, and Aja told me later that he was hugging her, he came up and he was trying to buddy up with her, and she had this plan to make sure that he could tell her, you know what I mean? She had ulterior motives in hugging him that were of the right motivation. So I'm not saying anything negative on Aja at all, but that's what I saw was oh no, they might be in danger. They don't know that he's a bad guy. And she knew, and she was she had her own plan for how to make sure everything everyone was kept safe. You know, everyone's got a different approach, and there's nothing wrong with anyone's approach. So please don't misconstrue what I'm saying. But this is what I saw, and I was saying, don't hug him. He's the bad guy. And Zach was like, it seems like they're fine now. I'm like, dude, if you heard Cutsy's voice, Solomon's voice on the phone with me, I think he plans to follow every person home. I think he plans to follow every person and intimidate them and antagonize them and make them fear for their safety. Every one of them. And one at a time, once people get alone. And guess what happened a couple minutes after I hung up? We in LA had that whole thing, you guys saw the whole thing, where she was aggressively pursued also. And she had him, Zach left again. I reached out to Zach. There, he's doing it. We in LA. He's the only one who listened to me that night. He's the only one who listened to me, guys. I felt so, helpless. Anyway, long story short, he went out there. He did find her, and that situation. Then I hear later that he's got a weapon, a slicing weapon. I don't know. I heard from someone who I consider a reliable source. I didn't see that myself, but it makes me really nervous to go out there. Ever was scoping out the scene before getting out of her car, and I'm sure she. We all know Ever at this point. I think we all know Ever, and I'll speak up for Ever. From what I've seen of her, I love Ever. So, I'm not blaming anyone either. There's no blame. I'm just telling you what happened in those moments. I trust these people's. I trust these people's common sense, and that their intentions are all for the best. And and I make decisions that might look to others out of context, contrary to what they think should happen. So, I just want you to know, I'm just trying to recount that night, because you guys don't know my point of view of that night, which, as the time goes on and I get to, more information, becomes more of a well-rounded story, because in the beginning, everyone's point of view is just literally only the view from one perspective. You don't have the bird's eye. You guys have the bird's eye. You guys are the ones who can jump to all the live streams and tell everyone what's happening from all angles. Us on the ground, or me as an individual, and every individual on the ground, only has that, the what's in front of you, and sometimes not even that, because we're looking down here at the chat, or we're trying to pay attention to what's around us, Yeah, we in LA. Sorry, Josh, it's hard for me to see the chat sometimes when it's sunny out here. It's easier at nighttime when the screen is brighter. Yeah, Zach was a hero. Zach's a hero for believing me right away, getting in his car and going to help right away. For me that night, he was the hero. It was scary. I'm glad everyone's okay. But it makes me nervous to go out to La Poubelle. And that's what they want us to think. That's what they wanted us to think. What night are we talking about? Not last night. When was this, guys? The days, I swear, because a lot of things happen around midnight and after midnight, the days really blur together for me. Yes, cheeseburger guy. Yes, Jackie. I'm just talking about that night where he followed. You guys don't know the whole story. Even I didn't have the whole story, but you guys didn't have a lot. Mindy's part of the story, which was a big chunk of the story a week or so ago. It wasn't last night. No, it wasn't. Astral. This cheeseburger is moldy. Oh, you're so funny. Yes, cheeseburger guy. Thank you, De Silva. Nice to see you too. It wasn't last night. I was involved behind the scenes this whole last week. This whole time that you guys have not been seeing me, I don't realize, from your perspective, I'm disappeared, but I'm extremely actively behind the scenes. So much that like I don't have any brain break at all. So anyway, I just got enough messages from people who really care about me. They're like, are you okay? You've disappeared. So I just thought I'd jump on the live and show you like I'm alive. I'm still here, guys. Yeah, I'm always smiling or crying. I can tell you this is something I said on my, I was on live just a second ago and I had to hang up because of the I'm gonna go across, I'm gonna go elongate my walk a little bit. I had to hang up because of the transmission, or the service was poor, but I said this story in the beginning of my last live before I hung up, and you guys might not have heard it. Can I get a show of hands, like how many of you did not see the live I was just doing like maybe an hour ago or whatever, where I had to hang up because transmission was bad? Because I don't want to repeat it if most of you already heard it. Have enough of you just joined? You didn't hear it just now already? What happened to me yesterday? You question? Okay. Anyone else? You didn't see? Oh, okay. If I get one more, you didn't. Okay, I'll tell you what happened to me yesterday. Holy crap, guys. I mean, really not holy crap. But it's just like, you'll see. I'll tell you the story right now. So, I'm just gonna I'm going for a little walk. Repeating right now. So, you know how like there's, gosh, I forget the name of the channel that does this thing where he makes, or she, I don't know if it's a man or a woman, I haven't really watched it, but I'm hearing that this channel makes calls between Scientology and Scientology and like makes them look like they're calling each other. It's like an app that you can make people look like they're calling each other. Someone did it on me and my sister who's been deceased of 12 years phone. So I suddenly get a phone call from my deceased sister yesterday when I'm sitting next to my mom. And for me, isn't that pretty low? For me, I was just like, I didn't like freak out, but I was just like, oh, that's pretty low. That's pretty much all my response. But it did make my mom really sad. So you guys are, whoever did it, and if it was Osa or some troll of mine or Portland Andy, who knows, like all of the crazy identities that are out there that are wanting to foil the good work of the progress that's being made right now. One of them, you really punished the wrong person. You're trying to punish me, but you punished someone else, and they didn't deserve it. I don't deserve it either, but yeah, super low blow. Yeah. And actually, I'm here today because waiting to hear some important test information about my mom, and they were supposed to call yesterday with it, like scary ones, and they didn't call yesterday. So today I'm hoping they're calling and that we get good news. So, I mean, she didn't need that on top of it all. And guys, I know that I'm speaking right now to the people who care the most, so I'm just more venting about, you guys know how I feel. Right, Beth? You know what I mean? It's like, even though I know it's not her, even though I know it's impossible, it was weird to see like that screen pop up. Thanks, Jackie. Yeah, thanks, Crocs. Crocs with the fur. Yeah, there's a lot of sickos in the world. Obviously, I know it's, it's just like, it didn't get to me, but I just thought that, like, well, and I'll share that with you guys. I'll share you. It is what it is. Was there someone on the other line? No. I hope they don't make our way over the weekend. I know they told us that they would call yesterday, and they didn't. And today's Good Friday, so it's probably an early dismissal for them. Have I ever met Tom Cruise? No. I haven't met any celebrities. Does Jessica Palma-Deza count? she's a TikTok celebrity. Does Streets count? He's a celebrity of the movement. We've been calling. They don't have the information yet. We've been calling, yeah. I know, right, Lisa? It's like particularly a low blow. It is what it is. But that's what we're dealing with. If it was some like flowery, friendly company, then nobody would be caring to bring it down or shut it down. But the perpetual harm that's done emotionally, physically, otherwise, financially, is, it warrants their being brought to an end. So, it's just further proof that I'm doing the right thing, that so many people are doing the right thing. Yeah, Brenda. I don't know. Well, I don't know. Maybe they looked it up. But it's, it's somebody else's number now is the thing. Because, after she died, let me tell you, I would, for a long time, send her text messages when I missed her. I'd text her anyway until one day somebody responded. And I had to explain to them why I've been messaging them. Do Scientologists have a Good Friday? I don't know. That's a good question. Yeah. It's public, yeah. It is what it is. And it's like if it happens again, it's like, I know it's not her. It's somebody using her to get to me, which tells me ooh, I'm getting to them. That's what I thought. When I was first it was oh, whoa, that's weird. And I know what it is immediately. Nobody, before I met you guys, before I ever protested for the first time, I had 0 haters. Believe it? No one hated me. I was just, everybody was, I was super friendly with everyone. Everywhere I went, I'm like, hey, to whoever. Never once had a hater, a super hater, never. So now things happen, and when something like that happens, I know immediately. Look at this car. Oh no, you can't see it. Can you see it? Oh, there was another one that was zoomed up. There are 2 of them in a row. Ah, my turn. 8, 7. Wait. So, haters, once you get famous, the haters are... no one cared enough about me to hate me at all. So now when something happens that's a hater thing, I just know right away. So sad the day we disconnected Dad's number. I know, Beth. I know how that feels. I know. Thank you, Cincinnati, Cynthia. I matched the car. Maybe that's why I wanted you to look at it. Am I egocentric? All right, Andrew, no more with the babies on people who don't know you, okay? Andrew, you've been warned. Oh, De Silva. He is one of my favorite people, inside and out. And I had a really wonderful moment with him at my barbecue. When everyone's not live, we're able to let our hair down, and just there were so many moments where I was like, oh, I'm glad that wasn't caught on live. But I'm not used to seeing him super serious, and he has a history that he shared with me. He's got a history, and he gave me a serious talk and used a serious face to warn me of dangers of having such a big audience out there, know who you are or whatever. So I guess I was a little prepared for something like what happened to me yesterday morning with the phone call, right? I'm a Dan fan too. I love him very much. Yeah, I really enjoy Dan Walks. He's like at the core, just like I feel his heart. I feel like I've known him for a long time. I feel like I've known him just for so long. I like to tell people that is unkind to me, I'm sorry for you. Just yeah. I feel like Dan's my best friend, even though like we just met. He's amazing. And I feel like I'd met him before. It was so fun. The barbecue, yeah. You know, the first time. Okay, let me give you some background because there was some backlash about that barbecue, the first one. The problem. So initially, okay, let's rewind. Danny and Leah, before he got arrested, before the scooter guy, I'd reached out to them and I was like, hey, I want to like treat you guys for dinner at my house. I want to cook for you guys. I want to just like come over and like hang out with me. And they said yes. And then Danny got arrested and that whole weekend with Leah. And then afterwards, Danny, you know, when I was talking to him about like, oh my God, I'm so glad that you guys are, you're out and everything went okay. And, you know, as far as okay as it could have been considering the circumstances. And Danny was like, if you're still up to it, we'd still like to come over and like I recommended that we barbecue because I have a barbecue. And I was like, yes, please, I would love that. And then I was hanging out with Dan Walks LA by coincidence. I just met him the night before. And I was like, tomorrow, let's go do for a little walk. We did a little walk. And I was like, oh, you know, I'm doing a barbecue with Danny and Leah. Why don't you come? Like, I didn't plan a big barbecue. A lot of people were going around to all the people who didn't come. And they're like, Mindy didn't invite you. Mindy doesn't like you. And, you know, I have that same person who talks, I don't know who it was, whatever, but that same voice in multiple people who come into my chats. And they're like, no one invited you to Aaron's Airbnb. And I'm just like, oh, I'm happy they're having a good time. I don't need to be, like, there is no invitation. Like, ooh, so-and-so, you didn't invite, they don't want you here. Like, there's that voice. And I get it. And other people were getting that same kind of voice from people in the chat, trying to stir up, like, insecurity and doubt. And the truth is, guys, it wasn't I didn't plan for it to be a big party. I planned for it to be me and Danny and Leah, and then Dan Walks LA, and then I got some different phone calls. I got phone calls from people checking on me and wanting to give me love, and every person who called me that day, just by chance, I was like, oh, come over. That's how the barbecue happened. I did not send out invitations. I did not plan like, okay, how many people? I did not do that. It was literally anyone who by chance wanted to show me love out of nowhere that day. I said, come over in response. So, and then it was not planned that way. And at the end of the barbecue, Laura's like, we need to do this every week. And I was like, oh, that was kind of expensive for me. Like I bought everything and I wanted to like, I did it for myself to have like friends come over and like, I miss hosting and, you know, I haven't really been social and, I'm like developing relationships. And so I did it for myself really, is get all this food and all this stuff. And I was like, I can't do this every week. And she's like, what about a potluck? And I was like, oh yeah, you guys can come over anytime. So we did it the next week where I tried to reach out to as many people as I could. And just like as a test for what a bigger one would feel like, how many people, like I also have to like be conscientious of my building and all that. But just like with the plan of there being more and, you know, more inclusive. And if you know me at all, like I'm very inclusive. So what was I going to say? I think we're all barbecued out for a while. So as you can see, like today we're not having one. Tori came to my last one, guys. Stir up drama for the entertainment. Yeah. You know, and I get a lot of people. You see them, Bob? If you guys see which names are the ones that are there to stir up problems and sow insecurity, please send me the handle and tell me what platform they are on. Send it to me on Instagram at Mindy Willens, or on TikTok at Mindy Willens. Like, just send it to me so that I can develop a list and talk to my mods about it, because this has got to be a community of kindness. This is only sustainable, and that's the point. They know it's only sustainable if it feels doable. Like, if there's insecurity and doubt in your heart, it's not sustainable. That's what they know. So I don't want that. I don't want that in here. I don't need 1 million followers. I only want quality support from people who really have their heart in the right place. And that's why I always suggest, like, hop stream. People are like, oh, sorry for I'm a stream hopper, sorry. I'm like, don't apologize. I want that. For this to be sustainable, you need to be a stream hopper. You need to support everyone. So yeah. Oh, well, I'll be your good friend in my life with tinnitus. I'll be your good friend. You can count on me, because I won't make a promise I won't keep. Invite everyone there. Yeah, right, Seabeth? There's so many people. My place isn't huge. It's nice. I mean, the common areas are nice sized. My place specifically, like when the common areas are closed and everybody has to come into my apartment, it's pretty packed in there. And my poor neighbors, actually, my lucky neighbors because they got a 1 a.m. full blast concert from Laura FM. So lucky them. Oh, you have very little time. Kelly, I've got a good spreadsheet going. Maybe, Kelly, why don't you reach out to me on Instagram or TikTok, and I can consolidate. I'm taking on a lot of the responsibility of like cataloging and categorizing and data keeping for at least my own stuff. I'm very scrupulous about it. And anybody who sends independent protester things, independentprotester@gmail.com will add things to the stuff as well. So wish I was younger, sure would marry you, Miss Mindy. DJ, thank you. Yeah, I'm got mixed feelings about the whole marriage thing again. I was so convinced, and I was so taken in on by the lie. It broke my heart. But for the first time, protesting and being like having this purpose, this being a new purpose for me, has really taken my mind off of like caring about if I have some. In fact, I've gotten like a couple of different people from my past that are like, hey, what's going on? Let's rekindle this or that. And I'm like, I was kind of explaining to them, I don't really have time for that right now, actually. And one of them was like, well, can you make time? And and they're like, what about what's such and such day? I'm like, oh, I think I might be protesting. What about such and such day? You're not going to be protesting, are you? And I'm like, see, like, I can't be, somebody can't have that attitude. I'm going to be disappointed. I'm already setting myself up for disappointing you. Oh my gosh, I loved the banner. I told Scotty myself, I was like, I am in love with that banner. Can I just put it on my wall? See, that's the thing. A lot of people don't see, a lot of people do see, but not enough people see that when Scotty gets money, he puts it into this kind of thing. Like, it comes back around. Anonymous, what do you say tonight is? Did you, Kelly, nobody let me do it now. Kelly, just reach out to me, because I'd love to, like, I'm sure you have a lot of valuable resources and research that I could really, it doesn't have to, I don't want to say die. It doesn't have to die, like, and no one sees it. Like, it can move on, it can live on and keep being helpful to a lot of people. YRB, I don't know what you mean. Yeah, so he also said he wants to, he told me he would come and protest with me and be my bodyguard. I don't know. I don't feel super comfortable doing that. I mean, I would like a bodyguard, but to be honest, like, gosh, like I'm not like excited to like, ooh, this guy. I'd be excited to like, okay, I'm gonna be safe and I'm gonna protest. No one's gonna harm me. That's not the right reason to say yes to somebody who is hoping for more, you know? If so, I wrote this in my book. I wrote a dating book. I wrote a dating book, and in it, I say, have you ever seen the movie Dumb and Dumber, the 1994 movie Dumb and Dumber? Raise your hand if you have. 1994 movie Dumb and Dumber. Yeah, right, Hamish. I would accept a bodyguard if that's just your only intention. But if somebody's hoping for more, so what I say in my book is, if you've seen that movie, remember the part where Lloyd asks Mary Swanson, like, what are the chances of us getting together? And Wait. She's like, he's like 1 in 1,000, and she's like, more like 1 in 1,000,000, and he's like, so you're telling me there's a chance? Well, I say in my book, I'm like, you know, when you're under love's spell, everything that you see and hear will actually be twisted in your mind to support what you want to be true. So if you're not under love's spell and somebody else is like hoping for more, really, in my opinion, ethically, you bear the responsibility of vocalizing explicitly your feelings or your lack thereof. So, I mean, to do it in a nice way, obviously, but you have to leave you can't just be like, oh, maybe next time. You can't leave room for hope, because it's cruel to the other person. And so even though I would really like to say, yeah, I do want to, and it would help the cause to have an extra 2 people out there protesting, and for me to feel stronger, I'm extra strong towards everybody else, and overall it's like altruistic to say, yeah, sure, come and be my bodyguard. It's cruel when somebody is hoping for more. So I can't say yes. Guys, now I can never say yes, because you know the whole story. If I ever show up with this dude, you're gonna be like, you did it! Because I'm not like excited about like the connection to be made. I'd be excited about feeling safe out there, which is also important, but find a different way, Mindy, that's ethical way. Why does she need a bodyguard? Did these protests get violent? Who wants to fill in Forrest Eagle? Yes, they do. I'll tell you, I'm traumatized by it. That so many times, somebody comes out of that restaurant, assaults a protester. The protester calls 911. Once the protester's nose was freaking broken and blood all over the place. You guys remember what happened to Will? And the police have made it very clear that as long as the perpetrator gets back into La Poubelle, the police will pretend they can't find them in La Poubelle. And even we've said, like, look, I see the person in through the door. They're right there. Sorry, we didn't see them. You guys should really stop protesting. And then they leave, and the person just gets in an Uber and leaves. Can you believe it? Forrest Eagle? Do you believe that? Forrest Eagle. Because that's another video I have to make, are these moments where, like, my friends don't believe it. They think I'm exaggerating. They not only hide in the restaurant, but we say to the police, I see them. The police are like, we looked around, we didn't see anyone, we didn't see them. They're right there. I looked through the curtain. There they are. You guys should stop protesting. Isn't it? And then sometimes they'll take one of the protesters, the one who's been assaulted, away, put a hate crime on them so that they have no bail, and they're kept over the weekend, even though they know that the incident was caught on tape from every angle, and they know that as soon as the person sees a judge, that, hey, it's the same car that I tried to show you before. they know that when the person sees the judge is going to throw it out because it's caught on tape from every angle. It's just to punish the protesters for exercising our First Amendment rights. And this is why I like reached out to the ACLU for Danny and for Scotty. And I hope something comes of it. I really worked together with getting feedback from audit as a second set of eyes through the process to get like the best submission to get their attention and say that this is worthy of their attention. Right, Beth. Forrest, you didn't know what you got into? Oh, hi, Moon Taxi. Let me go back. What did Forrest say? Did you say something, Forrest? Is Forrest even here anymore? Forrest's like, I'm getting attacked. I'm not attacking you, Forrest. Oh, got it. Sorry, I didn't finish. Arrests the protester. The rest of the protesters go to support that person at the jailhouse or in the police department. And the police department, against its own open hours, has the gate closed or the doors locked, are inside, ignoring protesters who are there to support the friend that just got arrested. Other people, I have this on tape, other people, residents of Hollywood or wherever, coming to the police department, knock, knock, why are they closed? Knock, knock, I just got robbed, knock, knock. I came to my car and there's no tires on it, knock, knock. It's 2 a.m, help, knock, knock. The police are ignoring all of them because they don't want the protester who they arrested against Scientology and La Poubelle to have any support. Dempsey, even if they haven't engaged in self-defense, even if they haven't, it doesn't matter to the police that that no crime was committed. All they care about is punishing this person over the weekend, making them stay in jail without bail for these many days. They know it's going to be thrown out because it's on tape from every angle, and they see that they know that it's on tape from every angle. They will refuse to look at it just to punish citizens from exercising their First Amendment rights. Thank you, happy lady. I'm sorry, I know that I've gotten a lot of messages from people saying that too, but I just want to try every angle. I just thank you for saying good luck with that. I know you meant it sarcastically, but at least I tried. It can't hurt. And I didn't mention Scientology in it, so maybe I didn't mention Scientology. Happy lady. That was another strategy, not mentioning Scientology when I wrote those letters. Safety in numbers, right? And look at the numbers are dwindling. There's a turnover though, there's new protesters that are relatively new. And that's wonderful. I like the turnover. I wish more people stayed, but this is not a sustainable thing. I don't know how long I will last. Who knows? Because this is not my announcing of stopping. I'm just saying, who knows? It's not sustainable. It's a volunteer only position, volunteer only. And it takes it, I have another job and all my extra time, even on my breaks on my job, I'm I need to make that, write this note. Oh, people are sending me links of check out the food and beverage thing, check out the this and that. And it's just a lot of homework to do. And I put it on the list of things I need to do next. And it's just all consuming, volunteer only, safety and freedom risking. So, I can't speculate, SJ, what other people, this and that, I can't, but I'm just saying, just to give you guys perspective, I get a lot of messages, where have you been? Well, I've been doing the best I can in every minute is the answer to that question. Happy lady, and some of them do, and you're right, it would be nice for people to send me the work already done, or I get paragraphs and paragraphs long emails about things, and even though I could I probably look stupid to that person by responding can you please summarize this? But it's just I don't have the the bandwidth, and also my RAM is limited. My mental RAM is limited for you computer people out there. And even if it's not, even if I'm just like, oh, Mindy made a funny video yesterday, she has time, like I need a mental break from the stressful part of it all. Like there's these every hour that I'm out there, every hour that I'm back here is the part of the fabric of my life. This is the fabric. This is my youth. You know, whatever you want to, however you want to define youth. Like when I'm 80 years old, I'm going to look back at these times. Did I waste the time, or did I, even though I was focusing on something else, even though I was focusing on this cause, like did I at least live those years? Did I live those hours? Did I experience living and some of the joys that come along with living? Because that's what life is worth. That's what makes life worth living, are these like any little moments where you find joy. Thanks, happy lady. I do my best. I think she's trying to... yeah, and that's another thing about the La Poubelle coaster. I wonder if I would put all of my money down. Wait, I'm not on the record. I'm being figuratively. I would figuratively put all of my money down to see Francoise Coster's reaction to that video. Yeah, Dempsey. Oh, good. I'm glad that she's doing that. Melissa, there's an announcement. Sorry. I guess I missed a message. Oh, thank you, Brenda. You know, I also want to, I want to keep putting out content of like, I'm like looking through all my old videos and like little moments where I sang this or that. And just like, I don't know, just, I was a person before I ever wandered out in front of that building and my life changed. I was a fully formed individual person with like aspirations and art and personality and I don't want to lose that in this, because that's not sustainable either. Figuratively, right? Astral. Don't you love it when people, I'm being sarcastic. Don't you not love it when people use literally, but they mean figuratively? That figuratively makes my head burst off, explode. Thank you, Lisa Love. Thank you for saying that. And and a lot of people have said, oh, I'm stopping, I'm making this big announcement. Give people grace, guys. It's in the moment, we can really feel strongly. And this is another thing, is like, you can really believe something strongly. Even Scientologists can really believe in Scientology one day. And then like something can click and you believe a new way. Hopefully they, when the ones who have escaped, they can turn their belief into a new direction. So like even the people who are like, I want to quit protesting, or I want to continue protest, whatever, like tomorrow you can feel differently. We're all humans. Oh my God. So I don't know how this happened, but walking, and I didn't even know it was gone. I didn't even know it was missing. I'm like, oh, look at that on the ground. Hours ago. Oh no, am I laggy? Am I lagging? Oh, anyway, whatever. I lagged probably. Yeah, do when you want to. Thank you. And I try to come back and touch base with you guys and kind of like give you an opportunity to ask me questions, or like ask, I don't want to necessarily even need to ask you guys what's going on, because I am like behind the scenes really watching everything, and I can't watch everything. There's so much. Thanks, Cynthia. Now find a big bag of money. All right. You want to send me the treasure map? I was a bit laggy. Yeah, it tells me also that the transmission or the service is poor. I'm going to pretty much hang it up with you guys really soon. So any last minute song requests for me to sing to you before I leave? Or any last questions? How to pick your cult? Sure, it's got one page. Don't. Think for yourself. I was thinking actually about it. I was like, somebody was saying to me, you should write a book about how not to join a cult. Like a children's book or whatever. I like books that are for adults, but they're in the style of children's books. So they look like a kid's book, but they're not for kids. It's for an adult. Because all adults are my response. Really, really simple. I would say, if you feel really strongly that you're right about something, but everyone else in your life, oh shoot, laggy, perfect timing to be lagging. Poop. Really? It's poop. Is that better? Is that better? I tried to fix it. Did I lose everyone? All right. Sorry, I was just telling you like an important thing. Let me plug in and I'll tell you now. Thank you. Thanks for being patient. So, bad again. Okay, hold on, guys. Transmission. How is this possible? Weak network connection. Now. Okay, this should be fine. All right, now are we good? If I wrote a book on how not to join a cult. Thanks. It took a long time for me to walk to now I'm in Wi-Fi. They're gone. Unstable again. So weird. Here's what I would say. If you feel really strongly about something, God dang it, this service is bad. I think I need to start over. Can you guys... Hold on.